not everything you have to do is equally important. Not all tasks are created equal. And so it's important to figure out when you have a lot of things to do, which of the things on your list are going to produce most of the results that you want. You know, which tasks are more equal than others. And this concept is called most important task, which is easily abbreviated MIT. Okay, so of all the things that are currently on your to-do list right now, some of them are really important, will move you in the direction that you want to go, and some of them really aren't important. And so it makes far more sense. You have a limited time, you have limited energy. Far better to focus on that small set of things that will make most of the difference for you than it is to, worry about something that really isn't important right now, really isn't critical. And so, going through and listing out, just 2, 3, 4 of the most important things that you can do in any given day. And I usually do this either the night before or the morning of. Either on an index card, or there's a wonderful tool that I use called David C's Emergent Task Planner, which I'll link up. It's a nice way of writing down or capturing for yourself, what are the most important things that I need to do today? What are the things that if I get done will make most of the difference? And if you focus on doing those things first and get them all done as early on in the day as you possibly can, you'll get the most out of your day. And it really is as simple as that. I mean, the other thing that I really love about having a most important task list, which is separate from your total to-do list, is it gives you permission to say no to other things. If you're working on your MITs and someone calls and it's not critically important for you to talk with them right now, it's okay to tell them no. It's okay to tell them, I'm working on this now, I will get back to you. Because everything else, by definition,
is not as important.
It's not as important. And so it's a really nice reminder that these are the things that are going to make most of the difference. Everything else is, by definition, less important than this stuff. So I'm going to focus on this stuff first. And then when I'm done with those things, I can tackle everything else.
Absolutely. I've even heard of it described as thinking about putting rocks in a jar.
And
you separate out all the rocks and you put in the really big rocks first.
And
then you put in like the medium-sized rocks, and then you drop in the pebbles around there, and then you drop in the sand, and it's like you can probably fit it in that way. But if you start with the sand and the pebbles and the medium rocks, then it's like pretty much full and you don't really have room for the big rocks anymore. And I don't know, maybe because I'm a visual learner, that helped me really see. And then when you start to do it in your day, like also the things that are not so important, you could take like 5 hours on them without stopping yourself, but you'll get it done if you only have an hour. You will.
And we'll talk about that. That's a concept called batching, which we'll talk about in great detail in a little bit. But yeah, if you handle the big things first, the little stuff tends to form around it really well. But if you fill your day up with minutia first, more often than not, you'll run out of time and energy in the day before you can really tackle the big stuff. So first, identify what the big stuff is, and then make sure you focus on it and get those things done as early in the day as you possibly can. And then everything else in your life can flow around that. That's most important task.